Welcome back to another video. I thought since I have a boot with no frame, I thought I'd show you guys how I put my frame on my boot. Some may be wondering why I don't have my frame on my boot. It's currently on this boot, my second set backup boots, just in case in ways, or sometimes can be your indoor outdoor setup. I keep the same setup for indoor outdoor, so sometimes it doesn't really, for me, I just like my competition, my racing boots, you know, my everyday boots too much to want to switch. But I had to get my tongue replaced on this boot because after the half marathon I skated with Austin in the rain, it was getting ready to pretty much rip out. So I got a new tongue. Thank you to Jimmy Blair Pinnacle Racing for fixing it, replacing it. First things first, because I've already raced on this boot, or put my frame on the boot before, I already have my markings on the boot for it. There are a couple markings. I do recommend, once you find your sweet spot on your frame, to mark it just in case anything happens. If it becomes loose, moves in a race, or whatever it is, you can put it right back to where you know it's supposed to be. Some people don't. So when it moves, it may take them a little bit while to find that sweet spot again for it. So marking the boot is what I do. You use Sharpie if you have very much like a brand new Sharpie for it. The tip can get into the grooves for it. Or as you can see, the pink on here, which is not original on here, nail polish, that's another way to do it. So let's go put it on. So actually, before we start mounting my frame, because I already have the marks and everything else, let's talk about if you are just mounting your frame for the very first time. So what I do, what my dad does, what he's taught all of us, is first you want the frame to line up to the back of your Achilles heel. Not necessarily if it's the center of your mounting block, but the center of your Achilles heel here. And so that's for the back. And then the front, for us it is, the way we do it, you want to be between toe, big toe, second toe maybe. That's kind of the area for us of where the front of the frame will be. As you can see, my second toe is kind of here, and you can see that on my markings, so it would be kind of going like this for it. So that is what we do with mounting our frame. Now if your boot is just flopping over this way, maybe you have to move your frame out. If it's going this way, maybe you have to move your frame to the inside a little bit. It's going to be a feeling at points to know exactly where it is, because when I say flopping, it's not a ankle strength issue. It's you don't have the support underneath your boot to, you know, skate. It's too far this way or too far the other way for it. So now let's get into mounting my frame. I first have to take this off. So what I'm going to do again, oh, you kicked my frame and my camera. So I'm going to go in. It's kind of tip to it, so I'm going to Sharpie it over top with it. And again, I'm going to do it here. And then the other thing I do sometimes is I just take like pictures of it, so I know on which boot to do it. I always have the flash on for it, so I have everything for it. Okay, now we're gonna take this one off. I gotta use a different tool because this frame uses a star wrench. For those that have been or were asking what frame I'm on, I am on a Swings frame. That is what I'm currently on. I love it. Before, I love all the frames I've skated on, but this one in particular is just, I don't know, it's lighter for sure. That's one of the things. And I'm gotta take the first part off. It's the front so stiff that the back really, like the back is completely loose, but how tight I have the front with it. I'm so worried about like my frame being loose. That's the other thing. Before huge competitions, always check your frames. That's another big thing. If you're one of those people that does not check their frames very often, which sometimes is me, not gonna lie, but I do check my frames before every big race, especially Emerald Coast, especially internationals, outdoor nationals, all of those. I've used my boots so much there's actually dust on it now. But not for long because our floor just got coated. Alright, let's put it on. I'm gonna line it up with my markings that I have. So one thing I found out is this frame perfectly right on the edge just fits. I don't know why, but for the way my frame is set up, it's just kind of, it's right down the center, perfect for it. The front is where I've been messing with so much. I gotta put the back, I put it literally all the way over to the bolt can't go anymore. I always have to double check some because I do have other lines on here, or markings, pink ones. Ooh, that is bright. I'm probably blinding people. I'm so sorry. And just tightening it again later to just make sure it's all good, not gonna go. I mean, you don't want to, like, I would say you don't want to over tighten it, because that, again, you can cause a strip. One thing for me is, one of the tips, tricks that I've done is, some people just turn it and turn it and turn. For me, as I push down and turn at the same time. So I know it's not just at the top of it where that's how it could start to strip. And then it also doesn't strip my tool as well, because that's another thing. You want to make sure your tools aren't stripped. Go with it. And that's my frame. We're gonna test it tomorrow at practice. As you can tell, my frame is a little bit this way for the left, which everyone thinks is weird because we're turning this way. But I do keep a similar setup for indoor and outdoor, because you're turning outdoor on track too. So for me, it's the same for, I think it's just how I skate. So that's that. You just put the wheels back on and you're ready to go. Or I'm ready to go, I should say. I'm going to switch my wheels though, because for once, our floor is coated. But those that also ask what wheels do I skate on at practice, so I skate on a concrete floor. Until a couple days ago, it was a non-coated concrete floor. It hasn't been coated in like 3 or 4 years. So I skate on strains. And they're not like, I don't use brand new strains for practice, break out a set or whatever it is. They are used on track or whatever it is. And these are all mixed and matched. So here's just one more look at my skate. If you look at it this way, it's a little bit, this one's more centered where it's over on my Achilles. I'm trying to get it as like straight as possible in this shot with it. So it's pretty much straight down from my Achilles. For the back, the front, here's my big toe, second toe, so it's very much in line with that part of it. So that is all I have for you guys. If you have any comments, questions, do not hesitate to reach out. I know a lot of people reach out to my dad to get in contact with me because they're afraid I may be too busy. Don't hesitate to reach out to me on any of my socials. You know, they are linked to my YouTube channel. They're linked down below as well. It may take me a day or two to respond, but I will respond to it. But if you still want to reach out to my dad, because he's the no, I'm just kidding. If you want to reach out to my dad, that's just as fine as well. I've learned a lot of stuff from him, and things that I've learned over the years with skating and just implementing both of our knowledge together. But that is all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. I want to wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. I'll see y'all in the new year. Emerald Coast Inline Challenge 2025. See y'all there. Bye.